In the late 19th century, London stood as the heart of a vast empire. Yet beneath its image of power and progress lay a city rotting quietly from within. Smoke from factories and chimneys hung permanently in the air, turning daylight into a dim gray haze and night into something almost alive. Nowhere was this decay more visible than in Whitechapel, a district packed with the poor, the forgotten, and the desperate. Narrow streets twisted unpredictably. Overcrowded lodging houses pressed against one another, and the weak glow of gas lamps failed to reach the spaces between buildings where darkness seemed to wait patiently. Violence was common, hunger was routine, and death rarely demanded attention. This environment of neglect became the perfect shelter for a horror that would come to define fear itself. In the early hours of August 31st, 1888, when the city was still half asleep, the body of Mary Ann Nichols was discovered in Buck's Row. She lay on her back, her skirts raised, her throat cut with such force and accuracy that it stunned even hardened police officers. Her abdomen bore deep slashes, inflicted not wildly but deliberately, as if the killer knew exactly where to cut. At first, the authorities treated it as another tragic but unremarkable murder, a common fate for women living on the margins of society. Yet those who saw the wound sensed that something was different, something calculated and deeply unsettling. This was not a crime of sudden anger. It was an act of intention. Days passed, and unease lingered like a bad dream that refused to fade. On September 8th, Annie Chapman was found dead behind a lodging house in Hanbury Street. Her body revealed an escalation that could no longer be ignored. Her throat had been cut in the same manner, but her abdomen had been opened and internal organs had been removed with chilling precision. Medical examiners quietly admitted that the killer appeared to possess a working knowledge of human anatomy. The implication was terrifying. Someone was moving through Whitechapel who was not only violent but methodical, someone who treated the human body as an object to be studied, opened, and discarded. Fear began to spread through the district, creeping into conversations, clinging to doorways, and settling heavily into the silence of the night. Women refused to walk alone. Men stayed awake, listening for sound they could not name. The horror gained a voice when letters began arriving at police stations and newspaper offices. Written in crude handwriting and soaked in mockery, they taunted the authorities and promised more blood. One letter was signed with a name that would become immortal: Jack the Ripper. Whether the author of the letters was truly the killer mattered less than the effect they produced. The name gave fear an identity, transforming a series of murders into a legend unfolding in real time. London became obsessed. Newspapers printed graphic details. Citizens speculated endlessly. The city itself seemed to hold its breath. On the night of September 30th, terror reached a new level. Elizabeth Stride was found with her throat cut, her body otherwise untouched, suggesting the killer had been interrupted mid-act. Less than an hour later, Catherine et al.'s was discovered in Mitre Square, and what had been feared became undeniable. Her face was violently mutilated, her abdomen opened, and organs removed with ruthless efficiency.